Hey there everybody, welcome to the YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Emily. Hi. It's a spring morning. Welcome to Eastfield Depot. Oh, head to the porter cabin to book on for your shift. Booking on, good use of the lingo. Oh, I can go inside, that's cool. That's cool, I like that. Should have a name there, like Driver Emily. But you know. Today you've been assigned to 66, 4033 at 5 School, stop at Cada. Your task will be to cover the train, so you basically go rescue it. Cool. Actually, no, you've got to follow approved walking routes. I'm sorry, PY guys. That is a level of detail I quite like, actually. It's like walking routes being modelled in the depot. Oh no, it actually wants me to climb on top. No, they just want me to straight line it there. Fair enough. You wouldn't attach this yet, but okay. Fair enough. You need to set our tail lamps at the back as well. Does this logic still working correctly? Yes, it does. Perfect. So we are cleared to depart, apparently. No, we're not. Don't know what that banging was. So they're going to loop us at Cowlairs. So yeah, this is one of the missions that comes with the Freight Express for the Scottish routes in Train Sim World. So for Edinburgh, Glasgow, sorry. So obviously you've got your coupling hook there, so you can render assistance to down-equipped units. It only seems to work on 385s. I need to test some of the other down-equipped units later on. Oh, I'm gonna get. I need to reverse it, Cowlairs. Fair enough. I'm going to take that adapter off because it makes me uncomfortable having it there. You'd stop, pull up to the unit, like it'll probably be attached to the unit, and then the other end will get attached to you. Probably the easy way to do it. And it wouldn't be you as the driver who does it. Like I know on 800s, the drivers are literally not allowed to touch the coupler adapter. It has to be Hitachi who deals with it. Lovely day we're having now. Yeah, so we're going to stop just before the signal, so I'm just going to let it roll. We're going down a hill here. It's a good point. Turn on our safety systems. This is a daft way that the logic works in this unit. I'll tell you that for free. Just thinking about it. On this loco, I should say. I'm surprised the headlight logic hasn't been fixed yet in the 66. No, you turn the headlight off as well. Because the light controls each cab. The headlight controls your end, the taillight controls the other. Is the way the logic is set. Okay, apparently it's now light enough for day running. Next up, Cada. I'm just gonna play it the way the game wants me to, and I'm gonna drive around looking like the loco sticking its tongue out. I do like the way the DRS livery looks in this game, I'll give it that much for free. No, it's notch 4 is the maximum notch power allowed when light loco. Nah. Yeah, I've got a brake wedged on somewhere. I'm breaking a brake. Try now. Look at that. Straight away. Far better powering. So the line speed is 60, so we'll stick 10 miles an hour below, so 50. But then once we go through the 70, we can probably go straight up to 75. So we'll do it's 10 miles an hour below line speed. So I'm trying to follow correct light loco driving rules. Because when you have a light loco, you have less brake performance than you do in a normal loco. Thus, we're driving it slightly differently today. I'm not sure what's happening there with the fuel bypass. What's the clearance? Yeah, not the fuel bypass. Is it the fuel bypass? I can't remember. Basically the noise it's making. Because the revs change and so does the ammeter. It's a way for the loco to get the most amps out of the revs, basically. Let's just quickly test that for a screenshot. That'll do. A mid-nut 4, which is the most I'm allowed to use. Double amber, single amber next. Also, because we're in 100 mile an hour speed section here, we are licensed for 75. I'll probably brake at the single. Okay, brakes go on. We're getting quite foggy here. I'm actually taking the full service brake application on the loco brake. Okay, I'm going to use the train brake even though I shouldn't. And it should create no difference in my airflow, but it is. That's a slight operational incident, which should be 14 over the magnet. CSR days, fair enough. Hello, signaler. I've restricted speed onto the Cayley downline. Roger that. I'm authorised to pass signal. Charlie Echo 40 at danger. That's understood, signaler. I am in extreme fog now, so I'm gonna... Well, that's well done. I didn't obviously override the TPWS, but there's no TPWS panel to override on this because this is an ancient cab. Oh dear. Yeah, TPWS panel's normally down there and it just isn't simulated. Do I have to... Go isolate it on the other side. No, I'm not walking there. Yeah, gotta isolate it. This is why proper implementation of local art and setup is important. Although I do like that modelling in this area. That specifically just looks very nice. And also because we are approaching P-White, well, we are approaching a third loco. That shouldn't be on, or is brightly illuminating. So marker light only mode. And we're proceeding at 20. Checking all points that face us. That point is set to cross us over, which is on the down line, which is fine. You can see the loco appearing out the gloom. Oh, don't you start commenting on AWS CPWS. To be fair, it would have been a timed override, so incredibly dangerous of me, I know. Oh, don't. Throw the brakes back off. There we go. We've got amps, we've got a brake release attained. There we go. We've got amps again. Once I'm no longer focusing on operational stuff, I will actually do some talking, so I had a cool little experience I can share with you. Oh dear. One point of note as well, it's great that we've got DRS locos simulated in the game now. However, in real life, this would be a EWS or DB 66 or 67, because that was who was doing the deliveries of these. Actually, I'm not sure about rescuing a train that's been failed once it's arrived into the loops at Cada. Or what a 385 will be doing at a Cada depot, but you know. Would have been nice to have had it in a station where it's just arrived in a station and refuses to move, but swings and boozles. Also, it's 5:27 in the morning. Like, do it in the middle of rush hour. Completely fuck the service. Yes, that's a technical term. Thank you for asking. Surprised the driver is not out with a flag, and there's no detonators. Especially with this level of low vis. Dets would have been a must for me. But from a gameplay perspective, really like having that adapter. We'll be standing up in the cab. There you go. And it's because it's made an air connection somehow, instantly. The setup went from being really good to really poor. I'm just going to be honest. So those need to be turned off before we can move away. We've turned our lights off, we need to turn his lights off. We'll say it got dumped here last night and we've been sent to come and collect it or something, I don't know. So what we want to do is, our headlights are down here on this, aren't they? Yep, they are. And remote taillights are still set. According to the indication. I shouldn't have an interlock light. God, this is stressing. Right. Sleep, Ecoplan, TMS. Door closed. There we go. And that's locked now. So we're just going to go at the back, we're going to shut the tail lamps a sec, and then we're going to recover the loco. I'm surprised I can say. We've been good to have had some staff here that you go and talk to, and they say, yeah, 28 we'd towed away. Tail lights are set. Doors are knocked off. Yeah, tail lamps are set. We've got the road set for us. Thing is, you don't depart until you're ready for the ferry to depart, so it's good that we do our little safety checks. Like the good little train drivers that we are. Okay, oh, I need to turn my tail lamps off on the front as well. Like I say, setup. Proper little procedural simulator. I'm gonna ignore that. Two double ambers. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna stop at Bishop Briggs. Oh, no, it has just been trapped there with passengers on board. That's quite funny. Although there's no passengers visible. Also, why isn't the guard loosing the doors? Why are we doing it as the driver? This wouldn't be a one-man band kind of job. If the crew just sort of effed off and dumped the unit, you can hear the engines. That's traction motor sound. That makes me really sad. I'll make sure I drop the pan when we get in there, so hopefully it won't power. It's a, you know, when you're playing something, you can see the potential for greatness here, and it's just not really worked, or had the last little bits of effort put in to make it really great. There's a 385 in there coming in behind us, one of the first services of the day from Edinburgh. Actually, I can go land speed now, can't I? I've got a full train on. To be fair, I'm hearing traction motor sounds, but they are traction motor idling sounds. I wonder. No, that didn't work. So you've got a couple of tons on the back. We'll go wide. Now that we've got a bit of speed on, we are going to do a running brake test. So like half brake. That speed comes off at a decent rate. And then we'll do single amber right ahead. So we don't run towards brick walls, so we're just going to go on idle. We are rolling down a hill, so it'll sustain speed nicely for us. I need to open the window because it's going to be stuffy in here with the PC running. The one thing I'll say with doing scenarios in the fog, it's the same. I get the same reaction to this as I do to when I see game trailers set at night. What are you trying to hide? The answer is up. Pan that's up, taillights that don't turn that on turned off, and just not a correct implementation. But alas, I don't know why I'm speaking so softly today. But this is quite a good scenario to be fair in terms of the idea. It's just the execution that lets it down. Break. Fucking break. 20. Okay, I've got to stop before the end. I was going to put myself over the end to get the coaches in the right place, but I can't. I've got the S-car markers there. Oh, probably a bit short. Will it take it? Nope, it will. Full service brake and reverse is set to neutral. I'll settle as that for loco securing. We'll bolt through a passenger door because it's easier. Passengers can't wait to get off. And now that I've got my desk energized, where's my pan up, pan down? That's headlights, tail lights, TPWS, isolated, fine. Where do you pan this thing and pan it down? Pan down. There we go. All it needed was just, to say, hey, check the train has been correctly secured by the previous crew. What the hell? Nah, boys, nah. I don't know if that cabin secured, and I did a fucky wucky. I apologise profusely. No, that shouldn't work. So that is your coupler adapter. It is set correctly. Okay, so maybe there is an instant air supply as soon as you connect the two. Fair enough. No, but there's no electrical connection because that's uncovered. So basically, with I need a proper download to demonstrate this on. Hang on. I know we're delaying trains here, and I don't care. We're learning about trains together. Oh. Found the bagpipes at Bishop Briggs. So, this is the mechanical connection that connects the two trains. That probably the air supply there that we plugged into. This is the electrical connection. So this would be what provides any controls to the train. I suppose if you're just going to be towing, and you said yes, you actually don't need the electrical connection technically, but it's probably good to have. Because all I really do is we're not asking the train to do anything other than just be a coach, basically. So, it's a bit like on the 800s. Probably the best place I can think of seeing it is if you go into the back, in the back wall. There's basically a fitter's key slot that you would use. Fitter's key slot that you would use to basically put the train into effectively local halt mode or multiple unit mode. So in multiple unit mode, it'll run as a EMU and it'll control its own brakes, and it knows it's an EMU. Effectively, by putting it into local hold mode, you turn that part of its brain off, and it just thinks it's some coaches. I'm just going to take my jumper off because, yeah, it is warm now. Now that I'm running Train Sim World, it says a lot about my PC. So we're gonna, we dumped everyone off. We're gonna go to Cowlayers, passing loop, set the junction, and then we're just gonna set back into Eastfield and dump this in Eastfield depot. Let's get some actual power on and see if we can get this up to 75 before we have to slow it down. The answer is no, we can't. But you know, you can imagine. Imagine a world. Apologies if you hear the bangs in the background. I think there's some work being done in the house. And we're going to go for a walk just to get away from it a bit. I don't know why I'm talking so softly today. And literally, like, I've got the train turned right down. Oh, go low. 70, double amber, single amber next. No, I've been good today though. I've got all my admin sorted. I'm just going to coast in idle because that's what we're at 44 out of 50 and we stopped in less than a mile. So we're going to dump it on the fueling road in the depot, which is like there, and then we don't even come off the train, we just dump it. Cool. We've got a route indicator to show us that we're going back into Cowlay's passing loop. It'd be interesting to see how that would be signal if we're coming off here, because obviously you wouldn't have a clear signal indication, would you? Because there's no signals between here and where we're stopping in the loop. Let's try and grab a screenshot whilst we're here. Also, my unit local number changes, so it was not. No, it hasn't. I'm being an idiot. Ignore me. Ignore me in everything I say. It is still making noise, to be fair, but I don't know if that's just because we're forcefully rotating the traction motors because we're moving the unit. I have seen what 385 being dragged in real life, actually. The first time I saw one, I was train spotting at Morpeth, and it was a 67 unlight loco move, but it was something like Miller Hill EMU to Merchant Park sidings. It was pathed to run at 225 miles an hour, which is quite funny. Someone made a mistake in tops. So I'm just going to bring it to a stand. So I'm presuming we're going to be held to let that train pass. Let's just pick the passengers up that off this filled unit, but we'll see. We're absolutely in a fine place for it, so let's just dump the brakes, see what it says. wants us to go back into there. So that's not a manual junction. So that one is set correctly. That one's no point, so it's just that junction there that needs to be set. So that's now set correctly. And that's an automatic junction, so there we go. Eastfield fuel siding set back to. We don't have the road there yet though. Just move back, just see if it decides I do, after I inch back slightly. That's quite funny. So I didn't have passengers on to start off with, but then as soon as I did the climb to unload passengers, passengers have spawned on the unit. Yeah, so we backed up slightly, nothing happened, so we're just waiting for him to go through. Don't know why he's been crossed over, but fine, I'll take it. Seems very early to cross him over for the arrivals flow. Let's have a look. So he's arriving on this road. Yeah, you'd cross him over here if you had to cross him over. Gets him out of our way 30 seconds quicker. I don't really care. We would obviously have a shunter, so we'd want to go back at walking pace. We'd say the shunter's like hanging on at the side of the unit, and as such we're shunting back it. I'm going to do it at line speed because I'm not going to lie, a bit bored of the scenario now. I apologise if you guys can hear that desk fan. I'm going to make sure that it... No, it's... Nice removal is set, so... So that's idle on there. No, you can't hear it, good. Sorry, I was just testing the... But yeah. I don't know if it's just blue to match the blues, why they've gone for DRS for this, but... DRS does do West Coast Thunderbirds, but I wasn't sure they did anywhere else. We're just putting it in on the fuel road, which is like the closest this depot gets to a maintenance shed. Fair enough, gives the maintainers somewhere to do their stuff. Or the fitters, sorry. I'd love to see a Class 170 layer applied to this route. I mean, it wouldn't give you much extra that you could do, but it would give you something, and it would just spice up the variety. So, my train sim world project that I'm tempted to take on will be West Coast Main Line over Shap. But a 2024 timetable for it. And I think we could do some really good stuff for it. But it's just down to looking at what the track layout's going to be towards, or the accessible track layout's going to be, and figuring it out from there. But I think there's some really good stuff to be done. It just needs to be figured out how it's done, basically. It has to be like 2021 era probably to get more variety, get most variety in, but we'll figure that part out. Might not even happen. I fully reserve the right to not make it. Oh, so it's a fuel siding, but there's jacks here, so it's obviously clearly maintenance shed. Fair enough. Yeah, these are all loco jacks. They must have an idea of what's gone pop and need some fairly extensive access. We're just poking the whole thing into the shed. I've remembered why I don't normally do Train Sim World scenarios. Like, this is my timer on Train Sim World scenarios, 40 minutes. Anything longer and I'd give up. Let's see how we did. If that's not a platinum, I'd be very upset. Let's shut the loco down if we've got time. We don't. Gold, which is probably the highest you can score on this. Got a bit on the some level on the 66 and the 385. Apparently that's my first scenario I've completed according to that objective that you guys can't see. Accuracy bonus. No hard impacts. Did a little bit of speeding, but that was fine, quite frankly. Just at the end, a little bit of a speed there, and a little bit one at the end. Alrighty, well thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to see more from me on a regular basis. If Train Sim World scenarios are your thing, do let me know. Bye.